Flight boss, bitch. For sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, I want to do this video right here. Before I get myself together for the day, I want to do this video about how to understand things for yourself, utilizing the zodiac signs, because there are many different ways and many different realms of realities to understand things for yourself. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this video right here to do it in a zodiac way, so you can start to get on the first trail of understanding things for yourself. And then once you on that path, you can start to, dribble the ball the best way you dribble the ball. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, this is what you need to understand. There's a thin line between understanding an energy signature and worshiping an actual word. So I know y'all hear a lot of things like the Most High. That's not the Most High name, and this is the Most High name. You need to understand what you're actually saying. You're saying the Most High name. You know a name was created, right? You know it took somebody to write down and make up that name and put the letters together, right? You do know that, right? So I hope you're not too lost in the light. I hope you're not too lost in the physical to the point that you done lost yourself, to the point that you forgot that you're not even worshiping a being anymore. You're worshiping a name and the description of that name. So, and someone had to make that name and make the description of that name. And by you agreeing to those terms and conditions, you truly do not know what you're worshiping. You're actually worshiping someone else's perception or ruler or authority and things of that nature. And I hate even using the word worship because I know that put a bad energy sling into this video. And this video is not really about worshiping and things of that nature, but just things you believe in, or things you take dear to heart, or things you think is the generalized concept of something. You have to know that generalized concept of what you're referring to, if it's a word or a name, that generalized concept was brought down here by someone else. Whether they lived in a civilization that you in, or once before you, or thousands of years before you, but yet you were in the same, you're still in the same shoes as these people. So that's what you need to understand. Understand the energy signature and know how to formulate it for yourself. Now, this is how you now I'm gonna give y'all a little secret right here. Now, like I said, I'm gonna use the zodiac right here to create this aspect in this way, but it's many different shapes and forms. Now, piggybacking on what I just said, how people come up with ideas and thoughts, or they come up with names and terms and conditions, right? Now, the person whose idea or name that they came up with gained the most traction or gained the most popularity, be remembered the most, that be the name or the term or the description that everybody run back to figure out everything else. This person's idea of it. So, the person who has the most power or the influence with their creation or idea, 9 times out of 10, is because they was looking at things in their truest nature. So they was seeing things in the way that they're truly supposed to see it. But everybody see things in their own way, their own perception. Everybody have their own alignment, their own angle, their own transit. So for the most part, this doesn't mean that this person is more right than you. This just means that this person seen the perception that we're all experiencing, and they seen that in their most truest nature. So being in your truest nature is actually an energy signature in itself. So regardless of what you're trying to compel it to, like when you're in your truest nature, regardless of what you're being in your true nature is right or wrong, say you're being in your true nature in gang violence, or say you're being in your true nature and trying to be a teacher, right? Both of those, you're still trying to be your true nature, but you're being your true nature in 2 different aspects of something. So it doesn't matter what aspect you in, whether you're in violence or teaching somebody, you're going to inspire others who see you being in your true nature. Because being in your true nature is actually an energy signature that's not even included in any realm of reality. So you could be into any realm of reality. Like I just made an example. You could be doing violence, or you could be teaching, or you could be doing something positive or something negative. But if you are in the energy signature of being your true self, and seeing things in your own way, then that's an energy signature in itself. So if whatever realm of reality you in, people who lack that going to see that in you, and you're going to gravitate attention from these people because they're going to see something in you that they don't have, which is a sense of seeing things in your own way. So you see what I'm saying? So it's an energy signature of itself. So doesn't mean whatever you're seeing is right or wrong. It's just going to gain popularity if you're acting in your truest state. And your truest state, that's a realm of its own. And that's beyond this illusion, this light that we see in front of us. And that's how you can start to perceive and separate the spirit realm from the physical, and stop listening to people who saying everything is one. All is not one. That's pantheism type things. If everything was one, then you would be God. No one would have separate ideas. The reason why you got a separate idea is because you got your idea from an offspring, from something that was separate from something. So down the line, down the line, down the line, everybody got their own separate idea and shit. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I got myself together. I gotta wash my face and shit, but I'm just getting up. But yeah, I had to put this shit off. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, how to understand things for yourself, at the end of the day, we will all be right. Because we will all be tapping into our truest own perception of seeing something. Then that's when we'll really start creating. And then this forces y'all be fighting within yourselves. We'll be able to fight these things together. Now, check this out. Let me break it down from the Zodiac point of view, right? Now, look at it from a Zodiac point of view, right? You got Aries through Pisces. Now, they all have a common theme. Now, what is the common theme? You got Aries, I am. Taurus, I have. Gemini, I think. Cancer, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Leo, I will. You know what I'm saying? Will. Virgo, I analyze. Libra, I balance. Scorpio, I desire. Sagittarius, I see. Capricorn, I use. Aquarius, I know. And then Pisces, I believe. Now, what was the common word that was all in common? What was the common word used that we all have in common? I. See what I'm saying? So eyesight, or anything referring to the point, or the A, or the star, or the point of reference for the first time, or the capital letter A, or anything pointing to that. The first point, the singularity, you singling yourself out from the overall. So you're no longer all, you're I. You know what I'm saying? So you're your own perception out of the whole perception. You're your own space out of the whole space. You're your own individual out of the overall individual. You see what I'm saying? So that's where we start to get the term I. You just slittered your way out with that left logic line point of reference to draw yourself out of the overall. So this is where we even get L or I, the structure of the alignment. And then how we get opposing two dots and angles. But that's getting into something else. I want to stay on this track right now. You know what I'm saying? Because when I start going from the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, I'll be starting to develop my 7th and 8th and 9th dimensional bodies live for y'all. And sometimes I can't do that. I need to do that on my own time. All right, but check this out. When we talking about now the common phrase was used was I. So this is how you need to look at everything. So I'm finna give y'all a key. This is for even my religious people right here, because I love y'all too. I'm finna give you a secret. Utilizing your Zodiac. Because you know your book is about the Zodiac, right? So it's about I, and you was born in a specific spot or location or a time period. So throughout the whole Bible, all the way to Revelation and Pisces and all, whatever you get, these are time periods. So you as a person, as a space, as a spirit, traveled through a certain location and came here in a certain period and started developing your conscious bodies with the information of that period. So when you come in here and act out your space or your spirit through that light information, that light information is your light bodies, what we can see from you, and your solar system and things of that nature. Your personality act through these things as the conscious level or the space or the location you was born in. This is why you are able to be born in a different space and location, aka different house, aka different zodiac sign, aka different perception, aka different person, aka your neurons and everything is developed in another type of way. So let's break this shit down. Right now, the common phrase was I, but then you have a word after that. So all right, now let's take it from the Bible. Right, go back to your Bible, go to the Genesis book, and go all the way to the beginning. Now every word that says God, you need to replace it with your zodiac theme. So look, me as an Aries, the reason why I have understanding of the Bible, because as Aries it say I am. So when I look at the Bible, instead of it saying at the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, I'm supposed to replace it with I am. So in the beginning I created the heavens and the earth. So now once I start to read the whole Bible, I start to realize, oh, okay, this is something I did. You know what I'm saying? So the thing in the Bible is just explaining a being that did that before me. But I will understand that better if I'm an Aries. The more I replace, even when you say Moses or Abraham, who they was talking to, replace who they was talking to with your reference. With your reference, I am. If you were Aries, so I told Moses this, that, and third. Boom, boom, boom. So you're basically going to start to learn like, oh, okay, I was telling myself this. All right, now, and then you'll get a better understanding of your life. Okay, Tauruses, that's I have. So now go back to the Genesis of the book, and when it say, and at the beginning, God say, let there be light, you need to look at it like the things you have done that. So if I have, you have yourself. So the things that you have done that. So now that you go over every scripture of the Bible, if you're a Taurus, everything gonna start clicking now. You'll be like, whoa, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? The things that you have created the heavens and the earth. The things that you have said, let there be light. The things that you have, you see what I'm saying, is your lower self. Adam and Eve are the things that you have. Eve is something that you have. You have a feminine nature. Adam is something that you have. I'm telling you, once you get in the, you're gonna be like, oh shit. All right, now Gemini's is I think. So now go back to the beginning, so you can read the whole Bible clearly now as a Gemini, whether you're a religious person or not. I think. So take off the I, because you already the I. Now think. Now when it says God created the heavens and the earth, as a Gemini, you're supposed to look at it like this. Okay, my thoughts created the heavens and the earth. My thoughts. Eve is my thoughts. Oh, Adam is my thoughts. And then you start to think of it. Oh, it's my Lord thoughts. Oh, okay. So if I'm God in my body and this, that, and third, then so this book is about a being that did that before me. We'll all be able to start relating now. We all won't have no separate perception of the Bible. You would get it in your way. I get it in my way. But at the same time, we both get it. We won't be arguing. You see what I'm saying? It'd be like friendly shit. It won't be no debates. It'd be like live streams of us talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why people don't get this shit. So when you're looking at it as a Gemini perspective, now you starting to understand. So when it say God told Moses to tell the Israelites like this, as a Gemini, now you could be like, oh, my thoughts told Moses to tell these. So now you could be like, okay, Moses' thoughts told them to go do this. Oh, this is the power that God given us. Oh, you see what I'm saying? This is the power that God give you. You start to lose it when you worship the idol outside. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all not getting it. All right, but I'm trying to break it to y'all in this perspective, because this might not have been a way that y'all thought y'all could see this. So if you could go look at your zodiacs, the theme of it, I'm giving you a perspective of how to look at it and understand it. Cancers, I feel. So all Cancers out there, whether you're religious or not, go back to the beginning of the Bible, and when it say, at the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So at your beginning, as a Cancer, you're supposed to be like, okay, it's saying my feelings created the heavens and the earth. Oh, okay. And God said, let there be light. Oh, my feelings said, let there be light. Because you Cancer. So y'all know, you see what I'm saying? You get it? Like, so you get, this is your perception of this life. That's how you see it. Because if it's your sun sign is your actions. The way you act, how you see things, and what you pay attention to. It's the ability to see the light. So it's your light. So it's how you see things. So if how you see things is in cardinal water, which is Cancer, it's initiating, creating new ways of how to see and feel about things. So pay attention to that when you're in this world. And if you're looking at everything from them glasses, you will be seeing things from your truest state. Now, a lot of people get there subconsciously just based upon their basic alignment. You might got natural alignments that make you take you to do this regularly, but you might got natural alignments that make you throw you off a lot of times. But if you know this now you like, oh, okay. So as a Cancer, when you're looking at the Bible, go back to the beginning. Okay, so now you know Eve is your feelings. Adam is your feelings. They're your lower feelings. So you got feminine feelings. You got masculine feelings. Adam will play out as your masculine feelings. Eve will play out as your feminine feelings. You know what I'm saying? Go to the book of Jacob. Go to these motherfucking books and replace what God was telling them with your feelings. So God becomes your feelings as a Cancer. Do you get it? Because all y'all doing is worshiping the sun whether y'all know it or not. But I'm trying to get y'all out of that concept of using the word worship and because it's y'all worshiping a shape and form in some kind of way. But this video ain't about that. I'm trying to get you to understand things, right? All right, so if you just understand your own sun, you understand how to see the realm of reality you are in. Now, motherfucking Virgos. I analyze, right? I analyze. So take off the analyze, go back to the beginning of the Bible, right? Now, what does it say? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? Now, as a Virgo, what do? Replace God and say, okay, the way I analyze created the heavens and the earth. Adam and Eve are your analyzations. You be analyzing your feminine side constantly. You be analyzing your masculine side constantly. Whatever you told Moses, the way you analyzed told Moses. So now you Moses. So Moses was an analytical ass motherfucker to you. Now that you see that, take that through every part of the Bible as you as a Virgo. You see what I'm saying? Like you'd be like, oh, what? You would get all the way to Revelation and like you'll see so much shit like, oh, I finally see the details. You see what I'm saying? This shit is hard. This shit is hard body, man. I don't know why y'all be seeing this world, man. Check this out. Libras, I balance, right? So go back to the beginning of the Bible. What it say? God created the heaven and the earth, right? I balance. Libras would be the first people to be like who start to understand the science of the Elohim, and it was multiple of us. Because Libras is quick to say we. So Libras are quick to be like, you know what? My balance created the heaven, but matter of fact, we created the heavens and earth. You know what I'm saying? So Libras will get into a deeper understanding than your ass. But for the most part, that's how y'all gotta look at it. And then God said, "Let there be light." Okay, my balance said, "Let there be light." So Libras, what do you be doing in your life to rectify situations, right? You try to create fairness, see both sides of the situation, create balance, and that be your light. That's what people see from you. That's what people fucks with you about. You see what I'm saying? So it's really your sun sign that you really, you see, it's like weird. Like, it's weird how the game fuck us up in this world. Now, Scorpios, I desire. So go back to the beginning of the Bible, right? Like, look, go back, even Libras, Adam and Eve, they know how to balance that better than your ass because they understand my balance is Adam and Eve. So I have to balance my Eve sometimes. I have to balance my Adam. You see what I'm saying? It's hard. Masculine, feminine energies. Libras understand this shit, whether they know it or not. But I told y'all just do. See? So if you're a religious Libra, I'm saying don't be harsh on me when I be kicking your spirit down sometimes. I mean, the spirit that you ruled by sometimes, but I fuck with that motherfucker too. That motherfucker got science and knowledge. I just want to get people clearly to understand where everybody at. So we all could be on the evil playing field, regardless of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever you're on the ladder spiritually anyway. You know what I'm saying? You could be in another dimension. I still want to bring you down on my level. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We all need some understanding. Same way I look at in the third dimension, I bring a president or a king or a queen down to my level. Y'all not no greater than me. So I'm doing that in the spirit realm also. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. The Scorpios, I desire. So what's happening? Go to the beginning of the Bible, right? And what it's going to say? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. What happens with a Scorpio? Replace that. My desires created the heavens and the earth. Motherfucker, what do you think you do when you go outside every day? You fucking desire. It's your inner passage and shit that you be fixated on. And if it play you wrong, you hold a grudge. If it play you right, you got that excitement that you may cling on and turn into a habit at times. But as a goddamn Scorpio, once you start to understand and read the Bible from this aspect, goddamn it, you be like, okay, Eve is my Lord, my desires. Adam is my desires. You know what I'm saying? So you like, goddamn, oh shit. So now you go to the Moses story. Whatever God told Moses, as a Scorpio reading the Bible, you like, oh, my desires told me to go tell the Israelites this. Moses' desires told him to go tell him this. You know what I'm saying? So now everything gonna be clear. Shit, Revelation gonna be way more understood by Scorpios than everybody. Y'all motherfuckers don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, check it out. Sagittarius, I see, right? So, go back to the beginning. At the beginning, God created the heavens and the waters. Okay, Sagittarius, the way you see things created the heavens and the waters. Now, I know y'all got multiple ways of seeing things. Y'all got all this different angles, wisdom and knowledge. I know y'all like to portray too. Y'all like to preach and teach. And I ain't even talk about preaching a religion or teaching some type of education. Shit, it could be a motherfucking hustling, drug dealing ass Sagittarius. But he's motherfucking trying to tell you what point on point is on the scale, how to bag this, that, and the third. Motherfucker, I ain't in class session on how to sell a motherfucking dub bag, my homeboy. So check it out. As a Sagittarius, you know, and all about females, you know, so y'all be doing hair and shit like that, but then you got that Sagittarius ass friend like, nah, you ain't doing it right. See, you supposed to part it like this and part it like this and leave the bang out so you could kind of gel down the edges and shit. Like, bitch, I know my edges. Let me do my edges the way I want to do my edges. I fucked with y'all Sagittarius. But look, for the most part, look, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to replace. At the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth with, okay, this way, it could go male and female. Females, y'all ain't got to worship y'all, the God of some maleistic, masculine energy. No, God ain't got nothing to do with masculine or feminine. And that's what Archangel Uriel's here to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So whatever one is making you think is a male or masculine, that motherfucker's a demon. And I'm going to tell you that as Archangel Uriel. Now, for the most part, like I said, when you get into IC, replace that. So your Adam and Eve are your visions, your lower visions. You see your feminine natures. You see your masculine natures. So a lot of times Sagittarius don't like to even dive. They don't get emotional. They don't like to dive into their lower natures, aka because they see it for what they is. So it's the archer, right? It's the archer getting out of your lower animalistic natures to your higher natures. So they see these things for what they are. So they think they like to preach it a lot of times, but when they preach it, they get into their own lower natures because that's still their sun. They still go into their form. But at the same time, I get it. I fucks with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just replace shit with I see. So with Moses, he seen a burning bush. That's why religious and the light and Sagittarius is so religion and spiritual and things of that nature because it's correlated to that. But really, it's just what Moses seen. Moses seen something. He was like, oh shit, I see that. But what do you think will happen with you when you use your first eye? Or I don't even like to call it that no more. But it's the eye that just developed in this realm when you start creating from your shit, when your solar plexus was traveling everywhere and started creating this one to visualize things in this realm of reality to catch experiences. Now, for the most part, with that eye, what do you think you're doing when you're realizing something? Say you realize a math problem. You ain't write it down or nothing. You was just in your head like, okay, 5 plus 5. Okay, that's 10. Oh, I realized it. So you realized it. Realization with your real eye. You realized it. So it's your real eye. You didn't have to see it with these two physical representations of that got manifested after the fact with the two duality opposite sides of that one. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that you realize with your real eye. So you seen it in the realm that you actually seeing shit in, where you can see thoughts and dragons and unicorns in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension that I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all just be lost in what you can see with these eyes and what you can read and what you can physically see and those type of lights and things, and y'all get lost in idols and physical realms and shit like that. But Sagittarius kind of understand this. It's just when they lost in something, they understand what they're lost in, and it gets mixed and mingled. But just replace everything with what you see. You know what I'm saying? Capricorns, I use. So look at that. Go back to the beginning of the Bible, right? So at the beginning, God created the heavens and the water. Capricorn. The heavens and the earth. Capricorn, you replace God with, okay, the things I use created the heavens and the earth. Okay, my ability to use is what created the heavens and the earth. So what do? Capricorns? You use things. You use the shapes and forms in front of you to gain some type of stability in your life or foundation or some type of structure, whether that's based upon a person, place, or thing. So you're using. So at the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But what did God use? The primordial waters. Because look, God was in, or whatever, if you're a religious person, right? God was in the void, right? And he was hovering over the primordial waters or whatever like that. And then God said created heavens and the earth. But at the same time, it used something. So it was because it was in something before it was there. It was in a void, right? So if you're a religious Capricorn, you have to you would clearly and this is why a lot of Capricorns get out of religion real fast, because they already got the energy. They already got this energy. Like the spirit that came here and created those laws and languages and y'all Bibles, even all the way back to the age of Sumerians and shit like that. Those first words and those spirits utilized that Saturn body, that sun, that star first, right? So a lot. So Saturn spirits who come here in this realm in general, like the spirits that take the shape and form through the Saturn vessel and come here as Capricorns and shit like that, through the star system, those star light spectrums and shit like that, these motherfuckers already know this shit intuitively. Whether they're into it or not, they already be like, what the fuck is this shit? A Capricorn will be religious and then use religion for a business. Y'all fucks with y'all Capricorns because y'all kind of already know, but by y'all not knowing, then y'all fall short in y'all lower natures. So y'all end up having ruler and authority over here because y'all rule all the businesses or the structures or the governments and things of that nature. Or y'all always get from point A to point B and climb the ladder, but y'all do it in a negative way because y'all not knowing what y'all doing. But y'all already be ruling this realm because y'all got natural energies from the spirit that started creating shapes and forms to go into, like Saturn bodies, to create this realm in the first place. So the nigga that's in y'all Bibles is a Saturn motherfucker in the first place. Now, all right, now getting to Aquarius, I know. So when you go back to the beginning of the Bible, right? So your knowledge. So God created the heavens and the earth. So your knowing, your knowledge created the heavens and the earth. Aquarius is you think the things that you know is what's creating things. Your information, your wisdom. This what makes Aquarius is technicians, scientifical motherfuckers, astrologers, far out thinkers, new agers. You know what I'm saying? This is what make Aquarius is that. You see what I'm saying? Because their knowledge bring in some new shit. So their knowing create the heaven and the earth. What is the heavens? A mental, an idea, a firmament that you can construct mentally. So you created a land, you created a concept, you created a womb, you created a world, you created a form, a thought form, a shape. And what is the earth? The landscape that energy can become physical. It can go in and start to take shape and form. So, this is both creations, the non-physical to the physical, the 3D, the conscious realm, the energy, what could become solid. You see what I'm saying? All that is last. We are not these things. That can expire and transform. But as the frequency vibration, that's what we are. The frequency, the line of events, the timeline, the spirit, the idea, the overall conscious, the overall frequency. You know what I'm saying? And then once that frequency gets experienced, it vibrates. That's what comes second. That's the timeline, the experience, the experiencing, going through that line of events, going through that frequency, the movement through it. So it's actually a piece of that. So it's an individual aspect of that frequency. So that's the soul also. That's the vibration. And through that vibration, we create that motherfucking tornado. And then that tornado going in and out, motherfucker. We creating that becomes dense and heavy. And that's what y'all think is the 3D realm. But really it's this lights and shapes and forms that we're creating that's vibrating. And that vibration, the more energy and aspect and information we put into that, it start to vibrate lower and lower, and that vibrate, it look like it's a realm of reality, or it look like it's solid, or it look like it's a group of alignments, or it look like it's a solar system, or it look like it's a star. But it's just a vehicle that our frequency vibration, us becoming an individual spirit, is creating for us to go into to experience our dream and imagination, so it don't keep changing. So when we go into what came last, the conscious realm, you got the unconscious, subconscious, conscious. We are not the conscious. The conscious is this what we could be consciously aware of ourselves. But the subconscious is what we are, right? And then we subconsciously go in and out of the motherfucking frequency. You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as being consciously aware of being unconscious. There's no such thing of being subconsciously unconscious. Unconscious is a circumstance or a situation when you don't have no vehicles that you're created for yourself as a subconscious to utilize as a vehicle. So when we talk about the unconscious, this is not something, it's just a frequency. But once you create that frequency, you become an individual of that frequency, which is you play that frequency out. So that's subconscious. Now, this before you could even think. You just basically traveling based upon natural selection. Things that you resonate with. Then that travels you. Then once you travel through an experience, now you start to think about that experience you travel through based upon resonation or based upon natural selection. And that thinking is what becomes a light, is what becomes the conscious, is what becomes a solar system, is what becomes a vessel, is what becomes a vehicle, is what becomes a light body. See what I'm saying? This is what it's trying to tell you. Now, when you talk about Pisces, right? Pisces is I believe. right? So we just left the age of Pisces. So the whole civilization was in that energy spectrum, you know what I'm saying, of believing every outside thing that was in front of them to correlate it with some internal, some type of internal nature. But for the most part, go back to the beginning of the Bible, right? When it say, God created the heavens and the earth. Say, okay, my belief created the heavens and the earth, right? Your lower feminine nature, Adam and Eve, are your beliefs. So you have a belief in your feminine nature and your belief in your masculine nature. And the more you know how to get out of your beliefs and out of your emotional natures, the better you can evolve and be more shapeless and formless as a Pisces. Goddamn. And we in this motherfucker.